Hello and welcome back to G Fun Facts Online, the show where we dive into the most amazing bits of science and history. Today, we're talking about a revolution, but not one you'll find in a history book. This one is happening right now, in the quiet labs and storerooms of museums. Forget the image of an archaeologist with a whip and fedora. Instead, picture them huddled over a glowing computer screen, watching as thousands of shattered fragments of a centuries-old painting dance and click into place, like a divine jigsaw puzzle being solved by a ghost. This isn't science fiction. This is the new reality of archaeology, where lines of code and laser beams are becoming just as important as trowels and brushes. For centuries, putting the past back together was an almost impossible task. Imagine trying to reassemble a 1,000-piece 3D puzzle, but you've lost the box, half the pieces are missing, and the rest are worn and faded. Archaeologists would spend entire careers trying to manually piece together shattered pottery, statues, or entire walls of art. Because of this incredible challenge, a huge portion of our world's cultural heritage has been locked away in storerooms, a jumble of broken pieces nobody could solve. But that's all starting to change. The revolution is called virtual archaeology, a field that uses computer technology to bring the past back to life. It started back in the 90s with basic 3D models, but today, we're talking high-resolution laser scanners, CT scans, and most importantly, artificial intelligence. So how does it work? How do you turn a pile of rubble into a masterpiece? It's a fascinating multi-step journey. First, you have to capture every single fragment digitally. High-resolution 3D laser scanners create a perfect digital twin of each piece, capturing its exact shape and texture with sub-millimeter accuracy, all without even touching the fragile artifact. For things that are even more delicate, like the Herculaneum scrolls, which were charred into lumps of charcoal by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, scientists use CT scanners. That's the same technology used in hospitals. It lets them peer inside the object and digitally unroll the scroll to read the text inside without destroying it. Once everything is digitized, the real magic begins. This is where AI comes in. Trying to manually match thousands of 3D models is just as hard as doing it with the real things. But an AI can analyze the geometric properties, the color, and the texture of every single digital shard and predict how they should fit together. A groundbreaking project in Europe called Repair is doing exactly this. They are tackling thousands of fresco fragments from the ancient city of Pompeii. The AI software solves the puzzle, even figuring out how to deal with broken or faded pieces. Then, it guides a pair of robotic arms to physically pick up the actual fragments and reassemble the artwork. It's a task that would take humans decades, but this system is making it possible. And this isn't just theory. It's already producing incredible results. The Repair project is on its way to restoring two world-renowned frescoes from Pompeii that have been in pieces for ages. The work on the Herculaneum scrolls has allowed us to read texts that have been hidden for nearly 2,000 years. And across the world, AI is helping piece together ancient pottery, giving us a clearer window into the daily life and trade of ancient civilizations. Of course, it's not perfect. The algorithms have to be smart enough to deal with weathered edges and faded colors. And the biggest hurdle is still missing pieces. An AI can make an educated guess about what a missing piece looked like, but it's still a guess. The future is even more exciting. We can imagine systems where AI not only looks at the shape of a piece, but also uses vast knowledge from art history and cultural studies to help make decisions. By combining the raw analytical power of machines with the wisdom and interpretive skills of human experts, we are entering a golden age of restoration. We are finally solving some of history's most complex jigsaw puzzles, and in doing so, we're getting a clearer, more complete picture of the incredible civilizations that came before us. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. Join us next time for another look at the amazing world around us.